thinking when you scored and then when you gave one up?
Thought it was a good start, and then maybe not a great response. It's one of those things. We were able to score right after kind of they went up 2-1 and to go into the room 2-2. We liked our spot. We knew they got late and travel. I think we score early in the third, and we like our chances. Credit to them. That's a gutsy win. They battled back, and they were able to get one late. It's too bad. I felt like for the most part, we had a lot of good looks, some chances that didn't fall for us. Some minor tweaks to our game, and we'll be ready for them on Friday.
It looked like the shot clock and the chances were in your favor, but maybe there are just some moments, right? Like there's a 5-1-2, there's a shorty, maybe more just about specific beats than the game flow in general. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Kind of the minor tweaks. I think early in the game, we gave up some 2-on-1s. We got caught. With our pressure game, I think that's something that makes us so successful is kind of smothering on the forecheck. All 5 guys up in the ice, and sometimes we get a little too aggressive. We lose our third man high. We lose a few guys in the corner, and we're not backing up our D. So just small things like that. I think those can be the difference in tight games. And with that being said, I felt like we did a good job turning pucks over, getting pucks in behind their D man. Maybe not as much extended zone time as sometimes we'd like, but I felt like we did a good job. We were direct, getting pucks to the net, and just couldn't find that fourth.
Mark Scheifele wires a beautiful pass to Kyle Connor. He scores the 700th point of his career. Same draft. You've been around him for a long time. What does that say about the guy?
Just incredible. I think the organization's so fortunate that we've been able to kind of witness his greatness. I think watching his maturation, kind of his growth coming in from an 18-year-old kid, and I still remember he lit that exhibition on fire, and everyone wanted him to be on the team, and he went back to junior, and little did we know bigger things were to come for him. He's such an important piece of our team. He's such an important piece in our room and piece in the community. I think kind of the work he puts in day to day, the way he helps take care of his teammates, kind of helping them with their game. The stuff he does behind the scenes that I don't think a lot of people know. He's so invaluable to our team, and it was nice to see him hit that milestone. I think pretty soon he's going to come up on 1,000. He's got a lot of games left, a lot of years. So just been really lucky to be his teammate for so long.
That goal that you scored, just another example this team has shown many times this year of kind of be able to have that strong kick to end a period or end a game. You guys similarly at the end of the game here. But what's the mindset that this team has that allows it to apply such pressure at such crucial moments?
I think it's just responses to different things in the game. We go out and they've just scored a goal, so you want to at least get the momentum kind of swinging back in your favor, maybe get the crowd back into it. It'd always be nice to be able to go out and score the next shift after your team scores on you, or your team scores and you can get another one. But I think it's just about our lines trying to get in on the forecheck, trying to create some pressure, kind of just turn the tide, maybe get an offensive zone face-off. And fortunately it was a heck of a pass by Appy, and I was able to find the back of the net for once. So, but I think for our team as a whole, we always talk about the responses, solutions, not excuses. I think we look at that Carolina game, and we felt we were playing better than kind of the score 3-0, and rather than fold the tent and get ready for Buffalo the next day. We have a good start to the third period. Casey gets the one, and there's not a lot of quit. We look at the Buffalo game, we felt like we were playing pretty well, and we come out and we were able to grind that one out on a back-to-back. And even here, they score the late one, but we don't fold. We draw a penalty. We're on the power play. We have a couple of great looks. So I think that's the belief in our structure. That's the belief in our team that regardless of what happens, we're able to respond. We're in the game no matter what.
Thanks.
Thank you. third. I'm sure you felt like you guys could pounce on them from there. And what did you see in getting that goal, and then from there to the end?
Yeah, we played some good hockey. We kind of let them in the game a little too long, and obviously they capitalized when they had the chance to. So obviously it's a crappy loss.
Were they able to sort of take your rhythm away from you a little bit? It felt like you guys weren't getting tons of ozone time, but you were getting chances. There's a little back and forth.
Maybe a little bit. They shut some things down. Where we probably could have made a different play, but for the most part, we did some good things, and got a little sloppy at times, and didn't make passes on the tape, and that's what cost us.
One pass that was very much on the tape. I know you sound frustrated. It's in a losing effort, but it's a beautiful pass to Connor. You get your 700th point of your career. What did that moment feel like to you?
Yeah, obviously it's a good feeling. Very, very blessed to play with some really good players over the years, and obviously just hope and pray for more. But obviously it's a very humbling thing, and obviously excited and proud, and lots more work to do.
When the crowd saluted you as it was announced on the PA, what went through your mind as you saluted them back?
Yeah, obviously it's a cool feeling. You don't get don't get many of those milestones like that, but obviously it's a really cool feeling to share that with the fans.
You were aware of that heading in, the milestone?
I knew I was getting close, so I knew I was getting close to it. So you don't put much thought into it.
Quick thought on Sean Monahan, if you don't mind. His first 12 games, he gets 8 goals. And, just talking to him earlier, he says he didn't know anybody in the room. Maybe a little bit he knew you, but that's it. He's kind of look at his first 12, 13 games now with this team. How do you explain it?
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's a guy that goes to all the right areas. He does all the right things. Obviously, good on faceoffs, good in the slot in the power play, and obviously he's been a great addition, and just going to continue to work with him, and he's going to continue to get more and more comfortable, and obviously he's been a great addition to our team.
Are we talking enough about Kyle Connor's ability to score? We always talk about how underrated he is, but even right now, this little streak that he's on.
He's fantastic. He's an unbelievable player. He's I love playing with him. He's a guy that loves the game and loves to work at it, and is always in the right spot. There's not many times that I can count during a game when he's not exactly where I know he's going to be, and he's an absolutely fantastic player.
His ability to find the back of the net. I know that you dive into all the tiny little details and nuances of the game, but is there any describing what makes him such a lethal scorer, or is that just one of those things you can't teach?
Yeah, I don't know if it's something you can teach. He's got a knack for it. He goes to all the right areas. He obviously has a fantastic release and does so much more that other than scoring. But obviously he's a fantastic player. I'm very, very lucky and honored to play with him for sure.
Thanks, Mark. a frustrating loss? Does he have reason to be frustrated, or is that just Mark's competitive nature?
No, that's a frustrating loss. We certainly weren't at our best. Then when you make it 3-2 like that early, and then we give up that goal, that was frustrating. And to give up the penalty kill goal is a little frustrating. And then we had a great opportunity with the goalie out, and the guy makes an incredible save. So give him credit on that big save and coming up big at a big moment. So yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, Adam talked about you guys needed to make some tweaks. I would think it had a lot to do with the odd man rushes that you were giving up tonight. Not very characteristic.
No.
What was going wrong?
We were just making the D were pinching when they shouldn't have been going down. The forwards were too slow coming above and protecting the middle of the ice. We're very good at protecting the middle of the ice. So anytime you see somebody skating down the middle of the, we're out of position or we're too slow reacting. And even that one rush early, like we had both of our D outside the dots. We never ever do that. So that adds to the frustration that you get away from your game against a speedy team, and they're going to make you look like that.
That said, within the game, Adam's goal with, I think it's 8 seconds left in the second period, like you said, almost getting that goal at the end. What have you seen lately from your team's ability to push in really key moments and get results?
Yeah. For the most part, we do. We push back, and we never quit, and we didn't quit tonight. Things didn't go our way, but we had those chances late in the game with the goalie out, and the puck just didn't go in. But they were still fighting right till the end, and that's what you want to see.
On the shorty, was it kind of just a perfect storm? I mean, there's a line change, there's a puck lost, there's like... It took a funny bounce along the wall, and we just lost it. And then Nina was moving over to support because he thought we had it. We never did get control of it, and then all of a sudden, the middle of the ice opened up. Kind of felt, from my view, that you guys had a lot of chances and a lot of shots, but there were those moments where, I mean, a breakaway, that's a tough chance. That they had a 5-1-2 or a 5-1-3, but most of the game, things were better than that. So how does that... We
spent a lot of time in their zone. We didn't do enough with it. We didn't generate enough opportunities from that. We need to generate more. There was rebounds that we didn't get to, that they got to. So it's that finding those the puck retrievals that's got to get better as well.
I think on the icing before the penalty, I think Dylan Saber just kind of misplays it. He's flexing his stick. Stanley's slash is just the stick breaks, right? It explodes. So do you feel unfortunate for that, or was
no?
That
if you slash a stick and it breaks, that's a penalty.
Just sort of like a watch out, don't do that sort of thing. I just feel like you don't have control over.
It's one of those things, one of those nights. Yeah.
Sorry, just one more for me. Your team could look different next time we see you on the ice. I'm interested in your take on what you think that your team and your coaching staff has shown your management team as far as, you guys being all in for this push.
Yeah, look, we've had a good year. We're a very good hockey team. We are. We're legitimate, so things will take care of themselves over the next couple of days, but we like our team. We've had a great year so far, and we're hopefully the best hockey's ahead of us.
One quick thought on Sean Monahan's first dozen games or so with you here. I mean, the team went 9-3, and he scores 8 goals.
He's been a perfect fit for exactly what we needed for that second line center. The ability to he can play against anybody. He's very, very reliable defensively. He wins a lot of key faceoffs, important part of both specialty teams, and he's made that second line what you need. You're not going to win the Stanley Cup with one line. You need a couple of lines, and he gives us that. He gives us that ability to have two really good lines, and obviously Adam's line's going to do their thing no matter what. So he has been an absolute perfect fit.
And new city, new systems. He didn't know hardly anybody here. He says it's kind of unusual for it to click that well, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he was in Calgary all those years, then he was in Montreal, and yeah, it's one of those things. But he's been a perfect fit.
I didn't ask about Mark Scheifele reaching 700 points.
Yeah, that's It's quite a milestone. Good for him. He works very hard. The thing about Mark, man, he comes to the rink every day. He's a real pro. He works at his game every day. He takes great pride in it, and he's always working on his skills. But every practice, he's one of the hardest working guys out there, and he's a good pro. He comes to work every day. Good for him.
Thanks.